Welcome back to BookShortz, the home of gripping book summaries that keep you on the edge of your seat. Imagine landing your dream job, free room and board in a beautiful mansion, a kind boss, a fresh start. But what if behind every perfect detail hides a secret so dark it could cost you your sanity or your life? Today we're diving into The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, an electrifying psychological thriller packed with shocking twists, dark secrets, and a chilling game of survival. Trust me, you won't see the ending coming. If you love fast-paced thrillers, jaw-dropping twists, and book summaries that feel like a movie, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We drop new stories every week here on BookShortz, and you won't want to miss a single one. Now let's step inside the Winchester house. But be warned, nothing is what it seems. She thought she found a safe haven. What she stepped into was a house of secrets and a family teetering on the edge of madness. Millie Calloway only wanted a fresh start, but what she didn't realize was that inside the Winchester house, the real danger wasn't locked behind doors. It walked freely. It smiled politely. It offered you tea. Millie is desperate. With no job and nowhere to stay, she's sleeping in her beat-up car and watching her last few dollars dwindle away. So when she lands an interview for a live-in maid position at the lavish home of the Winchester family, it feels like her luck is finally turning. Andrew Winchester, a charming and successful businessman, welcomes her warmly. His beautiful wife Nina is cool and composed. Their daughter Cecilia seems quiet but harmless. And the position comes with a salary, meals, and a private room in their stunning estate. It's almost too good to be true. But Millie quickly discovers that appearances can be terrifyingly deceiving. From her very first day, things feel off. Nina is erratic, flying between moments of icy silence and explosive fury. She screams at Millie for folding clothes the wrong way. She berates her in front of Cecilia for minor mistakes. And though she appears perfect to the outside world, inside, the home Nina is unraveling. She locks herself in her room for hours. She whispers to herself. She accuses Millie of things she didn't do. Millie starts to question her own sanity. At first, she chalks it up to the stress of working for a wealthy and high-strung family. But soon, the red flags grow darker, more dangerous. Nina warns her not to go into the guest room upstairs. She catches Cecilia staring silently at her through half-closed doors. She begins to feel watched, even in her own room. But when she tries to speak up or ask questions, Andrew gently urges her to be patient. Nina is just going through a hard time, he says. She's not well. Andrew, on the other hand, is kind and attentive. He's everything Nina is not. When Nina lashes out, Andrew apologizes. When Millie feels like she can't take another day, Andrew encourages her. Slowly, Millie begins to feel a connection with him. And as things with Nina grow more unbearable, she starts to think maybe she's falling for the man of the house. But she came to this home with secrets of her own. Millie isn't just a down-on-her-luck woman trying to survive. She has a past, a criminal record, a violent outburst from years ago that has followed her like a shadow. She's tried to rebuild her life, tried to leave the darkness behind. But when things begin spiraling out of control in the Winchester home, Millie realizes she may have walked into a nightmare far worse than anything she's ever known. Then one day, the locked guest room door is left slightly open. Inside, Millie finds something she never expected. Something chilling. Proof that what's happening in this house isn't just dysfunctional, it's dangerous, it's deliberate, and it's very possibly lethal. What she uncovers turns everything she thought she knew upside down. The truth about Nina, the truth about Andrew, and the truth about what really happened to the previous housemaid who worked there, and mysteriously vanished. Millie is faced with a choice. She can run, try to escape while she still can, or she can fight back, use the darkness from her past as a weapon, because if she stays, she might not survive. But if she leaves, who will stop the real monster inside this house? As Millie digs deeper, she discovers that the Winchester marriage is built on lies and manipulation. Nina isn't just a disturbed woman losing her grip on reality. She's a woman living in fear. Every one of her bizarre outbursts, every moment of rage and panic, is rooted in something horrifying. Andrew isn't the charming savior he pretends to be. He's the puppet master. Behind his warm smile and thoughtful words, Andrew hides a monstrous secret. He's abusive, controlling, dangerous. Millie learns that he gaslights Nina constantly, isolates her, twists her mind until she doubts. Everything she knows, he's the reason Nina seems unhinged. He's the reason the last maid never left a forwarding address. And now he's turning his gaze on Millie. What started as a dream job has turned into a psychological prison. Millie realizes she was never hired to clean or cook. She was brought here for something else, something darker. Andrew thrives on power and control. And with Nina slipping further into despair, Millie is his next target. But Millie is not the fragile woman Andrew thinks she is. She has her own kind of strength. A survival instinct born from years of living on the edge. And she's about to use every ounce of it to take down the monster behind the manicured lawn and designer suits. In a thrilling twist of fate, Millie teams up with Nina, two women who've suffered in silence, two women underestimated and dismissed. Together they hatch a plan, not just to escape, but to destroy the man who has manipulated them both. Their plan is risky. One wrong move, and Andrew could turn violent. But Nina knows his schedule, his habits, his weaknesses. And Millie has nothing left to lose. On the night they execute their plan, the tension is electric. Every moment is a pulse-pounding dance between control and chaos. They drug his drink, they fake innocence. They use every lie he's ever told against him, and when it's done, when the door finally closes behind them, Millie and Nina are free. But freedom comes at a price. Millie walks away not just from a toxic household, but from a war. She carries the scars. She carries the memories. But she also carries something else, proof of what Andrew did. She's taken back her power. The final twist leaves readers breathless, because just when you think the nightmare is over, Freida McFadden peels back one last layer, a final truth that changes everything you thought you knew, and makes you wonder, who's really the victim? Who's really the villain? And how far would you go to protect the secrets that live behind closed doors? The Housemaid isn't just a psychological thriller. It's a chilling descent into the darkness that hides behind perfect smiles and beautiful homes. It's a story of survival, resilience, and revenge. And once you step inside the Winchester house, you won't be able to look away. You'll listen, late into the night. You'll hold your breath with every chapter. And when it's over, you'll never look at a dream job the same way again. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link on description.